Have you ever heard of a crab so magical, so unusual, that it could change the fate of a kingdom? Tonight, let me take you into a world where wishes carry heavy prices, and where courage and kindness can uncover miracles hidden in the most unlikely places. The story I'm about to share is not just about a crab. It's about trust, love, and the way destiny works in mysterious ways. Long ago, in a small Italian fishing village by the sparkling blue sea, there lived an old fisherman. Every day he cast his net into the waves, and every day he prayed that fortune might bless him with more than a few silver fish. One morning, as dawn painted the horizon in shades of rose and gold, the fisherman felt his net grow heavy. His heart raced. "At last, surely this is the catch that will change my life," he thought. With trembling arms, he hauled the dripping net onto the shore. But instead of fish, there was only one creature inside: a crab. Yet this was no ordinary crab. Its shell glowed like hammered gold, shimmering under the sunlight as though it were made from treasure itself. Its eyes sparkled with intelligence, and when it spoke, the fisherman nearly dropped his net in shock. "Good sir," the crab said in a voice smooth and calm, "spare my life, and I will grant you riches beyond your dreams." The fisherman's mouth hung open. Never before had he heard a crab speak, let alone promise wealth. "A talking crab? And golden too," he muttered. "Perhaps I've worked too long in the sun." But the crab only smiled with its gleaming eyes. "Take me home, care for me, and you shall see." And so, half in disbelief, half in hope, the fisherman carried the golden crab back to his humble cottage. His wife nearly fainted when she saw it. "Are you mad?" she cried. "Bringing home a talking crab? Throw it back before the neighbors laugh us out of the village." But the fisherman shook his head. "This crab is no ordinary creature. It promised us wealth, and I feel in my heart it speaks the truth." That very evening, when the fisherman awoke after a short nap, he found his table groaning under piles of gold coins, silver goblets, and jewels that sparkled like stars. The crab had kept its word. From that day on, the fisherman and his wife lived in comfort. But as their bellies grew full and their purses heavy, so too did their desire for more. The fisherman's wife, greedy and restless, whispered one evening, "Why should we live in this shabby hut when the crab could give us a grand palace?" The fisherman hesitated, but when he asked the crab, the creature agreed. By the next morning, a magnificent palace stood where their cottage had been, with gardens full of roses, fountains that danced, and windows gleaming with crystal panes. Life was splendid, for a time. But the wife's hunger for more never ceased. "What good are riches if we have no noble blood?" she asked. "Go, tell the crab to find a princess for our son to marry." Now here's where our story takes a twist. For the crab, though humble in form, revealed a secret. "My dear fisherman," it said quietly, "I am not what I seem. By night, I shed this golden shell, and I walk as a man, cursed long ago by a wicked spell. Only through kindness and loyalty can I break free." The fisherman was struck silent. His wife, however, saw only opportunity. "A man? Then you must marry into royalty. You are wealthy, noble, and handsome beneath that shell. Think of the glory." And so, with the crab's consent, word spread to the king's court. Soon, a princess, curious about this mysterious lord in disguise, agreed to meet him. The palace glittered with music and torches on the night of the meeting. The crab appeared, clumsy on its golden legs, and the princess frowned. But then, as the moon climbed high, the crab slipped away and returned in the form of a handsome young man with eyes like the sea and a smile full of warmth. The princess gasped. You are not truly a crab." "By day, yes," the young man admitted. "By night, myself again. Only a love that sees me for who I am and not what I seem can free me." The princess's heart softened. She saw in him courage and sorrow, not just the curse. and to everyone's amazement, she agreed to marry him. But as in many folk tales, happiness never comes without a trial. The king, suspicious of this strange suitor, set a test. "Prove your worth," he declared. "Bring me a treasure greater than any in my kingdom, or you shall not wed my daughter." The crab sighed, yet nodded. That night he vanished into the sea. Waves rolled, winds howled, and by dawn he returned carrying a chest carved of pearl and filled with gems that glowed like captured fire. The court gasped in wonder. Even the king could not deny the splendor. Yet the king was not satisfied. He set a second challenge. "Bring me a palace built of glass, so clear it sparkles like morning dew." Again the crab returned to the sea. Again he came back, and before sunrise a palace of shimmering glass stood by the shore, catching the dawn in rainbows. Still the king frowned. "One last task. If you are worthy, then bring me the rarest gift of all, the gift no man can buy." The crabman bowed his head and whispered, "So be it." That night he returned to the waves, but he did not come back at dawn. Days turned to weeks. The princess waited by the shore, her heart breaking, tears staining the sand. At last, one evening as the sun dipped red into the horizon, a figure rose from the sea. Not a crab, but the young man himself, free of the golden shell. The spell was broken. "What happened?" cried the princess, rushing into his arms. "My love," he said, voice trembling, "the rarest gift is not gold or glass. It is loyalty. It is love that waits, even when hope fades. Your patience, your faith in me, shattered the curse." From that day on, the fisherman's family lived not just in wealth, but in joy. The crab was no longer a creature of the sea, but a nobleman who ruled with wisdom and kindness. The princess and he were wed in a festival so bright it lit the skies for 3 nights. And the fisherman? He often sat by the waves, smiling at the horizon, knowing that fate had rewarded him not only with treasure, but with a story that would be told for generations. True worth is not in riches or appearances, but in loyalty, patience, and the courage to see beyond what lies on the surface. And so ends the tale of the golden crab, a story of magic, trust, and the power of love to break even the strongest curse. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more magical folk tales. And press the bell icon so you never miss a tale from around the world. Tell me, if you found a talking golden crab, would you keep it secret or tell the world? Share your thoughts in the comments below.